Hello, welcome back to Cultural Translation Challenge Day 13. I am Tomo. Welcome. For those who are here for the first time, this Cultural Translation 21 Day Challenge is for me to kind of get really solidify the idea of cultural translation that I've been doing for the past decade, and also a way to share the wisdom, nuggets of inspiration that I've accumulated over this translation of these books to you, so that you can take away and make use of it, hopefully, in your everyday context. So today I am tapping into this book in front of us that's by my grandfather Rikizo Munehiro, named Living National Treasure for his weaving. It's titled Gujo Tsumugi ni Ikiru. So Gujo Tsumugi is a type of pongi silk that he cultivated, he developed as a way for his community to survive after the World War II, where they had to kind of find means for living quickly when Japan was just overcoming the losing war. And that's like my grandma in her loom. And actually I'm not going to pick up, just there's my grandpa here. Let's see. Yeah, it's my grandfather working on a design of a textile. He was named Living Treasure for being able to create this sort of meticulous geometric pattern with the technique called ikat, weaving technique. I wonder if you can see, so it's like sort of almost perfect circular shape with just dyed threads. That was he was famous for. Anyway, so today I'm not going to pick up the quote, but I am actually going to introduce his writing. So this is a book he left for me. His name, Munehiro Rikizo to Tomoko, that's my name. And here he says, koeru, go beyond, going beyond, or simply beyond. He wrote this word many times. And yes, definitely he has went beyond many mountains in his life. And in his writing, he once mentioned that, yes, he is always aware that there is more peaks to climb. I had this conversation with my friend the other day, like, we always think that, yes, if I achieve this, if I conquer this, if I get this done, then I'm safe. But it's never really that arriving moment in life, is it? Like, it's just continuous challenges and navigation. That was just having to do navigations and challenges thrown at us, and yes, constant looking up to the another peaks to climb and go over. Yes, and I guess I take it as an encouragement from my grandfather to go beyond what I know. But I love his calligraphy because it's not too shouty. It's very sort of gentle, not too extraordinary. And I think any calligraphy really express the person, the artist who wrote it. And I remember one of the things that a lady that I met at the temple, the Zen temple that I used to stay, she said there's nothing sadder than the calligraphy calligraphed by a professional calligrapher. Nothing more sad or sadder than the calligraphy done by a professional calligrapher. And I think she said that in reference because many Zen monks, they usually practice calligraphy as well. So if you're in a temple, there's many calligraphy done by preceding abbots. But also so they don't practice calligraphy as a professional, but they do practice it. And she thinks these are fine, but if you become a professional calligrapher who is practicing the art as means for living 24/7, she feels that some essence is lost from his work. And I had to think about that. Why? And my understanding at the moment is that calligraphy essentially is a word, and it's the message, and what matters is the message and the, as I said, the characteristic that naturally exudes from the somebody who wrote it. But if you're a professional, the purpose or intention of drawing calligraphy is somewhat no longer in the space of communicating message. I think it's easy to be swayed by the idea that you have to make it more beautiful or more attractive, eye-catching in order to stay as a calligraphy artist. And so I think that's what she meant by that. So the essence of calligraphy has to stay within the message and not for the showing of skills or style or aesthetic reason. It's a fine line. And also this reminds me of, I think to me it speaks of almost the flip side of what makes fine art or pure art. Like what people appreciate pure art and fine art as that, people appreciate it because there's no function in it. And her argument is all completely the opposite, because this calligraphy has sort of intention beyond its own form. That's what makes it beautiful. I'm not sure if I articulated this well, but I'm happy if you could just, add on to my thoughts on the comment section. Yes, please do that. And yes, this is my thought for today. And this is Friday, so I'm wishing you a smooth entry into warm, relaxing, nourishing weekend. Hopefully, talk to you tomorrow. Bye.